I think in a world where people are searching for meaning in their work, and it's really interesting, Seligman's doing a lot of research around the impact of people perceiving there's meaning in their work and showing a very, very strong correlation between high levels of productivity and engagement and perceived meaning in what I do. Observation tells people that, one, what they do is important, and two, that they're important to you. And if you don't have time to go out and genuinely observe what they're up to and what they're doing, then people make up their own stories about whether what they're doing and who they are is important. Aligned to this is really important for you as leaders if you want to make observation easy. Something specific to do creates something specific to observe and coach. If you tell all your BDMs this week, hey, I just want you to go out there and build better relationships, how specific is that? And how hard is that for you to observe? Really hard, isn't it? And how hard is that for you to coach in an arbitrary and fair fashion if you've only seen one meeting? How hard is that for you to coach? If, on the other hand, you say, hey, this week, in every conversation, I want you to tell the story around how this broker is handling this objection that most brokers are getting at the moment and the specific language they're using and the results they're getting. I just want everyone to include that conversation at some point in time in their meetings. And I don't care whether the meeting's over the phone, over the Zoom, or face-to-face. My expectation is we're sharing that story in every single meeting. How much easier does it become for you to observe? The reason I find most leaders are not doing enough observation, and where they are doing observation, it's actually not experienced as a positive by the person being observed when the coaching starts to happen, is because they haven't been specific enough around, hey, this week, this is my expectation. That's what I'm looking and listening for. That's what we're going to talk about. And so it's super powerful as a leader, and also it's really powerful as a team when they're all focused around one specific activity that you think will make a difference. And you can also make it easier for them to do. So not only can you make it easier to hold them accountable, but you can make it easier for them to do, because the more specific the activity or the task, the more you can put a word track around it. You can give them a visual, you can hand them a resource to hand out, whatever it might be. But if it's just general stuff, hey, I just want everyone closing harder this week. Hey, I just want you all to be hungrier this week. Hey, I just need a bit more intensity this week. Those things are very difficult to observe, coach, provide valuable feedback and credible feedback on, because they're not specific enough, right? So if you're finding it hard to get your observations done and you find it hard to create coaching moments, often something specific to do each and every fortnight or week can make a massive difference. Quarterly skill building focus. If you have a quarterly skill building focus, this quarter we're focused on advocacy. We need to generate more referrals, both from clients and from referral partners. Then every single fortnight or every single week, you can have a different way of activating or executing that. Or this quarter we're focused on conversion. So in every single meeting, where are the trial closes in that meeting? What can we get commitments around? How can we document those commitments? Where's the advance towards the deal in this meeting? Where's the extra stakeholder approval we can get? You can slice and dice that in about 10, 12, 15 different ways, and that gives you something different to do every week and focus on. You can turn that into an activity. So basically if I've got a quarterly skill building focus, then every week in my sales meeting, I can have a coaching conversation around that for 5 minutes. Then I can translate that into, this is the activity we're focusing on this fortnight. Then I can make sure when I'm doing joint meetings with my team members and observing, what am I looking for in my observations? That skill to be executed. And then I can get the team to share their experiences around that specific skill or that specific conversation at the end of the week. And then I can get them to reflect on how successful and the impact executing that skill had each week or fortnight, and away we go. So notice that looks like a lot of work, but if you align it, it's actually not that hard.